Yeah, this is a bad idea. I'm gonna probably cut my hand. So this is real life storage wars. People aren't paying their rent. We're cutting the lock off. This is actually our lock that's on here right now. In Wisconsin, we have to provide an initial notice for non-payment of rent. We can lock the unit at that point, and then when it comes to auctioning the unit or getting rid of their stuff, we send them a second notice after typically 14 days, 21 days, whatever your heart desires, legally 14 days. Then we cut their lock, we open it up, we see all the goodies in there. We can't touch anything. We just have to photograph it, post it in the paper for 2 weeks, and then we can officially have the auction on that side. So we're gonna cut this baby off. Handy dandy Sawzall. I forgot my bolt cutter. Yeah, this is a bad idea. We will see how we're gonna do this. I'm not sure what the easiest way is. I feel like a stainless lock. Oh, here we go. It's cutting through. How is this not coming off? We're gonna have to go buy a bolt cutter. Well,
good smack would take it out.
I know. You guys, this is going a little bit more difficult than we anticipated. That's why I should have just had the bolt cutter in my car, because this is not working. Look at that. There we go. Okay, so then we see what's in here. Decent amount of stuff. We cannot physically enter the unit because they're still technically in lease. And then we just have to post this in the local newspaper. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, these units are actually really nice. I guess you guys didn't see this in the last video, but they're all frame construction like I had mentioned. And then we'll just lock it back up. Ideally, he will pay us before we have to auction the unit. When I get back to the office, I'll send him a certified letter. So I have to go down to the post office, pay like $5.68, send them out the second letter of default. He is currently behind 2 months. I think this month right now, we're filming this in the beginning of June. This is the second month. So he's got 2 late fees, 2 months of rent. We're trying to collect on that. If we have to sell the stuff, fantastic. We'll try to auction it. This is a very desirable facility just because people have like rummage sales here. We actually allow that. But now for the time being, we will lock this baby up. This thing's all, these are actually really nice. You can't really cut these ones with a Sawzall. Well, you definitely can't cut them with a bolt cutter because they're the stainless steel. Normally those other ones are pretty easy to cut, but this one was not. Okay, so I'm gonna just leave that there. Actually, that's really warm as well. So we're gonna leave both of those here today. A little bit got a little bent. It got a little bent today, but hey, we're making progress slowly but surely. Okay, so we are up north at the other storage facility. We're just checking things out. We're going through vacancies. I have them written down on the sheet right here. So this facility that we're at, we bought this back in beginning of March, I want to say. A couple of things that we're running through. Like obviously some of these units are already vacant, and these have big 13 by 50 sheds that are used for boat storage, camper storage during the winter. In the summer, they tend to sit vacant. So that's kind of a pain in the butt. So looks like unit 508 is vacant. Hopefully no one's living in here. Aww. We're good to go. But these are nice. These were built like probably longer than that, probably 5 years ago. All that I'm doing is verifying that what we have online on the software is matching up to what's actually happening in person. And if there's incongruencies, that's when we have issues. Like this door must have been run into at some point, or the locker is just so full of stuff that it's bulging out. I'm hoping that's not the case. But this particular facility, we bought it again on seller financing. The terms are 15-year note on our side, so a 15-year balloon essentially. Fixed rate. We put, I want to say 120,000 down on this one. We didn't do a 1031 exchange, so we had to come out of pocket all those. And we have 12 units on this side, 12 units on the other side. Indoor boat storage, which in the winter time makes a ton of sense, but in the summer months, it sits vacant. So it's like, that's where we're trying to see where we can maximize revenue. With the big building that I'll show you in just a second, it's the same thing. It's like during the winter months, packed out, we're getting $200 a unit, $165 for the gravel floor ones. Summer months, they tend to sit vacant for a long time. So if you guys have suggestions, please drop them down below. I am no storage expert, but we've just acquired these units, of course, over time. We bought them from the same owner as previously, and we are checking the 13 by 50s. I think we might have to go to the other side. As you can see, there's plenty of space to build more. So we only have 2 buildings here. We have the storage containers over there. We're thinking about outdoor storage. So today we're going to be putting in like a trail camera system that has a live feed on it, just to keep some sort of camera presence. And if people want to cover it up or whatever, then obviously there's going to be issues on that side. But as long as people are storing stuff outside, I want some sort of footage of what's happening there just to keep their stuff safe. Let's see, 531, 547. All these other vacant units are on this side, so we'll see. But that's kind of the pain, like especially, I was telling Will on the way up here, when you're buying a facility that is a little bit lower on the population side of things, such as like we're in a area that doesn't have a huge growth factor. Like northern Wisconsin is very limited to the amount of people that are actually moving up here. A lot of vacation homes, so that's not a bad thing. There's not a whole lot of industry for work. We tend to have a lot more vacancies at this facility versus any other one. We have to be a little bit harder on the tenants to even get things to work out here. Let's see, 539, no, 540. I guess these are occupied. Okay, well that's not working. So 541, not getting in there today. What about 542? Let's see if we can have some luck here. And then we're gonna reprogram all these because the previous owners, they actually allowed the tenants to change everything up on their side, which I would not recommend, thus causing us a difficult time to get codes figured out. Our thought was, at least on these, is to give a discounted rate during the summer months and make sure that the tenants are aware that in winter, rate bumps up. For the 13 by 50 gravel floor, it's 165, cement floor, it's 200. So I'm like, we could probably give a 20% discount just to get some people in here. Okay, so with these are, I think they're 20 by 8 storage containers. So up here, obviously cost effective. These buildings are like 400 grand a piece to build right now with flat work, with framing, construction, everything like that. These, I believe they're 2,500 a piece. We're getting, which is on the low side, these were previously leased out, but these are leased at $50 per month, which seems extremely cheap in my opinion, because they're weather tight, they're vermin proof. You literally cannot get in them. They're super locked up. C13, we'll see if it's vacant. There is stuff in here. They just didn't lock their stuff. So you can see the inside of what these look like. They probably should get a lock on here though. I don't necessarily know why they don't. They are vented. Katie just pointed that out. So they're all vented. So it's like furniture, beds, like these are all paid for right now, I believe. So we'll just, ooh, that almost came out. Full of stuff. People must feel pretty safe in this area. They don't lock up anything. See, 16, 17, 18, 19. So like these alone probably will return an investment within 3-4 years time, but we could keep piling them along this way. We could probably buy a few more. Wouldn't be a bad idea. They also make, I believe, 8 by 40s, which are the full size storage containers, or what you would see on the back of semi trucks. But yeah, additional ways to add income. Now, some municipalities, we're lucky enough that they allow us to have these. Most will not, because it is like basically storage containers, which no one really likes. They're not aesthetically pleasing to some, but to us, we're covered by trees. Highway is really nearby, so I don't know, that's the best we can do on our side of things. So just little ways to generate more income, and we'll see how things go. Okay, so we're installing our security system here. This is what you call a redneck security system. We got the trail camera, live security feed, 24/7, 365, black and white. Actually, it's colored imagery, it's not black and white. We're not Amish here. I would like to see who is coming and going from the facility. We will eventually get a security system in place. There is electrical at these buildings, but for right now, we're not spending the cash on it. So we're installing the trail camera. Katie, you wanna help with this so I don't screw something up? But this is what you guys gotta do when you're on a budget, or you're trying to save money. It's all about saving money. Like, you need to spend money when it's absolutely a must-have, but for this scenario, oh, it's definitely sturdy. Where's that going? Could be gale force winds out here and we're never gonna have to worry. I just wanna make sure. Oh, that's perfect. That is so good. Okay, exit, Tacticam. We'll see how it goes. You never know with these sorts of things. We have to check out the other units after this that we have here in town. These ones, this is where the majority of the work was, where the majority of the vacant units, especially with the big ones. But like I said, if you guys have suggestions, outdoor storage is something that we're chasing after to at least subsidize the lack of big unit rentals during the summer months. Indoor storage, if we can discount those and get them rented, fantastic. Actually, on the way here, I was thinking we might start sending out like mailers, flyers to the homes that are on the lake around the area, just to gain some more interest when it comes to winter months or summer months. If they have boats, trailers, what have you, that they want to store, like we'd send direct mail on the other businesses. Why not do it for the storage units as well? Okay, so on this set of units, this lock right here, we literally, this is our lock. We placed it, I'm gonna say 6 months ago, 9 months ago. The tenant she pays us every single month, has never everyone's called us to get the new code. So she hasn't been here. There's John. He helps us out with a lot of the stuff. And this one I believe is vacant. He is officially out. So some of these tenants, as we just showed you, they are behind on rent. They honestly, they have, it's basically crap. People just store crap. That's one of the benefits of storage units, but they keep paying for it every single month. Sometimes they're late, then they get charged late fees. They pay the late fees consistently for who knows what reason. Some of these have payments automated, but yet it still bounces. Like they don't have enough money in their account to pay $50, $65, $75 per month, which sucks. So that's when we lock them out, cut their lock off. They're extremely delinquent, and then similar to what I mentioned previous in the video, then we go through the whole auction process and whatnot. But yeah, these people pay hundreds of dollars in late fees. They don't even use it, obviously. That lady hasn't been there in 6 months, but she continually pays us. The unit is stacked absolutely full to the top, and we only have 2 campers remaining in here. One of these is getting pulled out this Friday, I believe, and then we should be good to go for the season. Like I said, I'm just gonna send out mailers to those other people, see if they have any stuff that they want to store, because that would be a drastic help to us on our side. Then we can kind of do some lead generation, rent these units out. So that is the day in the life of the storage unit management. We need to go put a drop box on the other buildings that we already showed you, just for people who want to drop off checks in person, which is very inconvenient. Would not recommend. I think we should get some water on this. It's burning behind there. Perfect. Perfection. That is bad. That is not the highest quality work that we've seen. We'll round those over. You're not
like a glove.
But if you guys enjoyed the content, you enjoyed following along, hit the like and subscribe button, drop a comment down below on any suggestions on what we should do or what we should be doing, and we'll see you in the next one.